this song to two people in the audience, and those two people are very close friends of mine. They live in Olympia, and she loves horses. He puts up with them, okay? So this is a great song. I mean, this is Americana, folks. This is old stuff. Oh, Stu Ball was a racehorse. His name is Stu, by the way. And I wish he were mine. He never drank water. He only drank wine. Oh, the fairgrounds were crowded, and old Stu Ball was there. And the betting was heavy. It was a horse race, folks, on the bay and the mare. Oh, I bet on the gray mare, and I bet on the bay. If I bet on old Stu Ball, I'd be a rich man today. Oh, Stu Ball was a racehorse, and I wish he were mine. He never drank water, he only drank wine. Oh, his bridle was silver, and his mane it was gold. And the work on his saddle has never been told. Now way out yonder, ahead of them all, came dancing and prancing my noble Stu Ball. Stu Ball was a racehorse, and I wish he were mine. He never drank water, he only drank wine. Now the hoot owl he hollered, and the turtle dove moaned. I'm a poor boy in Shelton, out of my comfort zone. Stu Ball was a racehorse, and I wish he were mine. He never drank water, he only drank wine. Stu Ball. Now there's a girl that works in the operating room with us. And by the way, what a red letter day today is. Do you know that with the help of Scott and Karen Hilburn and Nancy Truxas and Don Wilson and Bob Apple and Eric Mull and all the people that worked so hard for 2 years, plus all the time of planning, that today we did the first surgeries in a brand new $34 million hospital that didn't cost the taxpayers in this city or county 1 red cent. That is that's an unbelievable accomplishment, and for me to be able to do the first 4 surgeries there this morning starting at 7:30, that was amazing, just amazing. You can't believe these are world-class surgeries. And I tell you what, I wished when we had gone aground 38 years ago, Dottie, that we'd stayed. This is an awesome community, by the way. Do you have any idea how many other communities in the state of Washington have programs like this in the park every night? I know Olympia does, but I think that's about it. So you guys would be congratulated. This is an awesome community, Tom. And we just sang a song about Zins. You missed it. There's a port commissioner right there. Flies his own airplane. I've known him for 30 years. 32 years. Okay. He'd rather have me sing than talk about him. Okay. So, anyway, I'd like to dedicate this to one of the OR nurses, but also, Jill, I think you'll get a kick out of this one. You ready? I ride an old paint, I lead an old dam, I'm going to Montana for to throw the hula hand. They lead in a cruise, they water in the draw. Their tails are all tattered, their backs are all raw. Ride around, little doggy, ride round them slow, 'cause fiery and snuffy are raring to go. I worked in the city, I worked in the farm. All I got to show is the muscle in my arm, blisters on my feet, and the callus on my hand. And I'm going to Montana for to throw the hula hand. Ride around, little doggy, ride round them slow, 'cause fiery and snuffy are raring to go. Now old Bill Jones had a daughter and a son. The son went to college, the daughter she went wrong. His wife was killed in a barroom fight, but they still keep on singing from morning till night. Ride around, little doggy, ride round them slow, 'cause fiery and snuffy are raring to go. Now when I die, take my saddle from the wall, put it on my pony, and lead it from the stall. That's where it belongs. Tie my bones to his back, turn our faces to the west, and we'll ride the prairies that we love the best. Ride around, little doggy, ride round them slow, 'cause fiery and snuffy are raring to go. I was born one morning, it was drizzling rain. Fighting and the trouble are my middle name. I was raised in a bear cave, pine old mama lion. Take a high-toned woman, make me walk that line. You load the 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Some people think a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bone. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning, well, the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. I loaded 16 tons of number 9 coal, and the strong boy said, well, bless my soul, you load the 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. If I was a real guitar player, I could have done that on the guitar. Well, you are in for a real treat tonight, and because here's the deal. Here's the deal. I might wake you up a little bit tonight with some of these songs, but when you go into the operating room, you want to drift off to a nice, peaceful sleep. And she doesn't charge you, by the way, to put you out. There's no fee to put our patients out. She only charges to wake you back up again at the end. So I'd like to introduce to this stage Deb Hartley, our chief anesthesiologist. Okay, so would you welcome Deb on this stage? We're going to do a little medley of songs. Where is she? Did she run away? Ah, there you are. Trotting out of the darkness of the night. So we're going to try doing a little medley. We're going to do a little medley. Forget the word try. And this is kind of like more Americana. but this kind of represents three great song type people. Pete Seeger, remember him? And was it Bob Dylan? Bob Dylan. And the Kingston Trio. And so these songs don't belong together, but we decided, so what? We're going to put them together anyway. And so we'll see if we can do three in a row without stopping, okay? You ready for this? Okay. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Great Lake waters. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled, and I followed footsteps all across the sands of her diamond desert. And all around me, a voice was singing, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land. Come on, you know this is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I went walking that ribbon of valley. I saw above me an endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? Yes, and how many seas so white does sand before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must a cannonball fly before they're forever land? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many years can a mountain exist before it's washed to the sea? Yes, and how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? Yes, and how many times can a man turn his head pretending he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times must a man look up before he sees the sky? How many years must a poor man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, poor boy, you're bound to die. This time tomorrow, reckon where I'll be. Hadn't it been for Grayson, I've been in Tennessee. Well, now, boy, hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Poor boy, you're bound to die. This time tomorrow, reckon where I'll be. Fit down in some lonesome valley, hanging from a wild oak tree. Well, now, boy, hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Poor boy, you're bound to die. Met her on the mountain, there I took her life. Met her on the mountain, I did it with my knife. Well, now, boy, hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry. Oh, well, now, hang down your head, boy. Poor boy, you're bound to die. One more time. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry. Oh, well, now, hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Poor boy, you're bound to die. Poor boy, you're bound to die. Poor boy, you're bound to die.
We're a little off.
Heat makes people sweat, and guitars go out of tune. How he sounded, Paul. By the way, can we hear it from Paul Barber over there on the sound? He got here real early to help us set up. And, by the way, none of us have ever done anything like this before. No kidding. Okay, so you're a great audience. I appreciate it very much. So does Deb. All right? Okay, so now here's the situation. You want to start? I got to tell you a story here. The other day I was reading your local newspaper. Excuse me, our local newspaper. I've been here a year and a half, but I decided this is where we're going to stay from now on. Started talking about the Mason Transit Authority running a special run up to Allen, Washington. Anybody read that in the newspaper? Yeah, it's called the MTA, right? Those people in Boston only think MTA means Massachusetts Transit Authority. But these are the times that try men's souls. And they're talking about jacking the fare up. And this is a political song, folks. So I want you to pay careful attention. Let me tell you a story about a man named Charlie on a tragic and fateful day. He put 10 cents in his pocket, kissed his wife and family, took a ride on the MTA. Oh, did he ever return? No, he never returned. And his fate is still unlearned. Poor old Charlie, he may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returned. Now Charlie got on at the Scully Square station to change for Jamaica plane. And when the conductor said, one more nickel, Charlie couldn't get off of that train. So did he ever return? No, he never returned. And his fate is still unlearned. Poor old Charles, he'll ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returned. Now all night long, Charlie rides through the station crying, what will become of me? How can I afford to see my sister in Chelsea or my cousin in Roxbury? Well, did he ever return? No, he never returned. And his fate is still unlearned. Poor old Charlie, he'll ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returned. Now Charlie's wife goes down to the Scully Square station every day about 2:15. And through the open window she hands Charlie a sandwich as the train goes rumbling. Oh, did he ever return? Oh, he never returned. And his fate is still unlearned. Poor old Charlie, he'll ride forever in the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returned. Now, all you citizens of Shelton, don't you think it's a scandal how the people have to pay and pay? Fight the fare increase and vote for Scotty Hilburn. Help get Charlie off that MTA. Did he ever return? No, he never returned. No, his fate is still unknown. He may ride forever in the streets of Boston. He's a man who never returned. He's a man who never returned. He's a man who never returned. Oh, Deb, that was a lot of fun. Thank you so much. You know, she gave the very first anesthetic today in our brand new hospital. Bob, is that you back there? Thank you for providing this community with the best hospital in the state of Washington, bar none. I've never worked in a better hospital. It's absolutely phenomenal. I know a lot of people say, well, you're a doctor, how do you get time to do this? Well, as you can see, you know, I'm not a guitarist, and I like to sing in the shower. You're just getting the ramifications of it all. But people say, well, do you sing in the operating room? I have patients say, well, can't you sing a song for me while you're operating? Well, yeah. My song goes like this. You've got me under your skin. You've got me deep down inside of you. That's about all I know. I don't know the chords on that one, okay? And we all have a good laugh, and then what Deb does, that's her cue to squeeze the pentothal in, you know what I'm saying? And out they go, and it's a beautiful thing what she does. And then we can do our surgery and not have to worry about singing for the patient, okay? Anyway, I have a very special song that I'm singing. I'm not dedicating this to my daughter, I'm just singing it so that she'll kind of remember the gist of this, okay? How many of you men have daughters? Yeah, you don't like to see your daughters hurt, do you? So you'll understand this song, okay? I hope you take it the right way. This is an old blues song, folks. I didn't write it, I'm just singing it, okay? Frankie and Johnny were sweethearts. Oh boy, how those two could love. Oh, they swore they'd be true to each other, as true as the stars above. But he was her man, and he was doing her wrong. Now Frankie went down to the bar room to get herself a bottle of beer. Oh, she said to the fat bartender man, has my Johnny boy been here? He was your man, but he is doing you wrong. I ain't gonna tell you no stories, I ain't gonna tell you no lies. Well, your Johnny boy walked out an hour ago with that sweet-talking Nellie Bly. He was your man, but he is doing you wrong. Now Frankie peeked over the transom. She couldn't believe her eyes. Oh, and there was her boy making out with Nellie Bly. He was her man, but he was doing her wrong. Now the first shot, Johnny staggered. The second shot, Johnny fell. Well, the third shot from old Frankie's gun, there was a new man's face in hell. He was her man, but he was doing her wrong. Now this story has no moral, and this story has no end. Oh, and this story goes to show that there's not much good in man. They'll do you wrong just as sure as you're born. Daddies, teach your daughters well. Marry a good man, not a loser like Johnny, right? Anyway, with that, I'd like to introduce a very special lady in my life, and I hope that she becomes special in yours. Her name is Adrienne, and she lives in New York, and she just flew in at, well, I got to see her at 11 o'clock last night, and we worked this up since 11 o'clock last night after doing 4 surgeries this morning. And so you may have to forgive us, but she listened to this Frankie and Johnny song, so she understands. And here's the next song, okay? So this is a cool one I think you'll like. Adrienne.
Yes. Yes, Daddy.
Who's gonna shoe your pretty little feet? Who's gonna glove your hand? Who's gonna kiss your red ruby lips? Who's gonna be your man?
Well, you're gonna shoe my pretty little feet, and Mama's gonna glove my hand. My sister's gonna kiss my red ruby lips, 'cause I don't need no man. I don't need no man, boys. I don't need no man. My sister's gonna kiss my red ruby lips, 'cause I don't need no man.
Now the longest train I ever did see was 100 coaches long, and the only woman I ever did love was on that train and gone. Was on that train and gone, boys, on that train and gone. And the only woman I ever did love was on that train. So who's gonna shoe your pretty little feet? Who's gonna glove your hand? Who's gonna kiss your red ruby lips? Who's gonna be your man?
Well, Papa's gonna shoe my pretty little feet, and Mama's gonna glove my hand. My sister's gonna kiss my red ruby lips, 'cause I don't need no man. So, I have a question for everyone. Would you all indulge me? Next Friday is my dad's birthday. And I flew in from New York because I don't get to see him very often. I live in New York. And I would love to sing for him. That often is the only request for a birthday present. And so if you would indulge me, is that okay? I'd like to sing a special song called Summertime. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high.
hush, little baby, don't you cry.
One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You're gonna spread your wings, you take to the sky. Until that morning, there ain't nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mama standing by. Wow. Awesome. Man, I'll tell you what, she is a joy to my heart. So,
She's got a voice on her, though.
I just want to say a thank you to the folks of Shelton who've made Dottie and I feel so especially warm and welcome in this community. I've never lived in a place where I felt like I was at home, like here. I appreciate that. I doubt there's 10 people that have ever heard this song. Oh, the fox went out on Sunday night. Many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. Oh, yeah, many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. It's called the Fox. He ran till he came to the farmer's pen. There were the ducks and the geese therein. He said, one of you boys is gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh, one of you boys is gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh. Well, he grabbed the gray goose by the neck, slung the duck over his back. He didn't mind, quack, 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 and the legs all dangling down. Oh, he didn't mind the quack, 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 and the legs all dangling down. Oh. Well, old Mother Flipper jumped out of bed, ran to the window and stuck out her head. She cried, John, John, the gray goose is gone and the fox is on the town. Oh, John, John, the gray goose is gone and the fox is on the town. Oh. Well, he ran till he came to the fox's den. There were the little ones, 8, 9, 10. They cried, Daddy, Daddy, better go back again, 'cause it must be a mighty fine town. Oh, Daddy, Daddy, better go back again, 'cause it must be a mighty fine town. Oh. Well, the fox's wife, without any strife, cut up the goose with a fork and a knife. And they never had such a feast in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones. Oh, bones, oh, bones, oh. They never had such a feast in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones. You know, as a bone doctor, I appreciate that. I don't know if you got a kick out of it or not. Okay. And the other day I was in the hospital, and one of the nurses walked up to me and said, would you mind putting your John Henry on this order form? And I thought to myself, you know, John Henry, he was actually from Cincinnati. He was an illiterate railroad worker. The guy with the fancy signature, you know, if you've read the Declaration of Independence, who was that? Hancock, right? John Hancock, not John Henry. I always often wondered about that. But here's the deal, folks. Has anybody ever heard a song made for John Hancock? When John Henry was a little baby, he was sitting on his mama's knee. But he picked up a hammer and a little piece of steel. This hammer's gonna be the death of me, Lord, Lord. This hammer's gonna be the death of me. Well, Mr. Peabody bought him a steam drill. He took to the end of the track. He says, we're going to have a test to see who's the best. And if the steam drill wins, the rest of you can pack, Lord, Lord. If the steam drills, the rest of you can pack. Well, John Henry said to the straw boss, well, a man ain't nothing but a man. But before I let that steam drill beat me down, I'll die with this hammer in my hand, Lord, Lord. Die with this hammer in my hand. Well, the straw boss said to John Henry, I believe this tunnel's caving in. Well, John Henry, he laughed at the straw boss and said, it ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind, Lord, Lord. Ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind. Mr. Peabody called for a measure. He brought out a tape so fine. John Henry's doing 14 feet, and the steam drill was only doing 9, Lord, Lord. The steam drill was only doing 9. Well, John Henry drove into the mountains. His hammer was striking fire. Well, he drove so hard, he broke his poor heart. And he laid down his hammer and he died, Lord. Laid down his hammer and he died. So much for technology, huh? Well, they took John Henry to the graveyard and they buried him in sand. Oh, and every locomotive that comes rolling by, conductor says, here lies a steel driving man, Lord, Lord. Here lies a steel driving man. Here lies a steel driving man, Lord, Lord. Here lies a steel driving man. Here lies a steel driving man. Now there's a corollary to that. You ready? When Freddie Davis was a little baby, he was sitting on his daddy's knee. Well, he picked up a scalpel and a little piece of skin. He said, this scalpel's gonna be the death of me, Lord, Lord. This scalpel's gonna be the death of me. You gotta find humor in everything, right, folks? So I want to switch gears here for you a minute, because we're sitting here in the shadow, literally, of Tolly, the locomotive, back here, and you know, I could have named this concert, by the way, which is my very first concert I've ever done, most likely my last, and and I could have named it. Horses, planes, trains, and automobiles. And so, but this has got to be about railroads. Now, there's a railroad in Texas, and a train that goes by this prison every night. And the folklore about this train is, if you're a prisoner in this jail in Texas, and the headlight of this locomotive shines through your cell onto your face, then next day you're going to be free, okay? Of course, it never does, but that's the myth, all right, the story that goes around. And this song is called The Midnight Special. Do we have any sheriffs here or ex-sheriffs? Or I was kind of hoping that Sheriff Byrd would show up, but he was chicken. Anyway. Hey, 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 look yonder. Oh, what's that I see? Is that the midnight special? With its light on me, let the midnight special shining light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. If you go down to Houston, oh, you better not fight. You better not gamble. Oh, you better walk right, 'cause Sheriff Johnstone will arrest you, and he'll take you down. And you can bet your bottom dollar that your jailhouse bound let the midnight special shine its light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever light on me. Well, you wake up in the morning, you hear the ding-dong ring. You walk into the table, you see the same damn thing on the table is a plate, oh, a fork and a pan, and you say anything about it, you're in trouble with the man who let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a little light on me. But I think we need to go to a different part of America now. We need to go down where the blues are the blues. And New Orleans has claimed an awful lot of folks, right? This is actually an old Chris Christopherson song. And Janis Joplin, may she rest in peace, kind of made it famous, but it's really a Chris Christopherson song. Flight in Baton Rouge and heading for a train, feeling nearly faded as my jeans. Baba thumbed the diesel down just before it rained, took us all the way to New Orleans. I took my harpoon out from my dirty red bandana and was blowing sad while Baba sang blues. And windshield wipers slapping time and Bobby clapping hands, we finally sang up every song the driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang those blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me, Bobby McGee. From the coal mines of Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Stand right beside me, Lord, everything I've done. Every night she kept me from the cold. Somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away, looking for the home I hope she'll find. And I trade all my tomorrows for one single yesterday, holding Bobby's body close to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang those blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me, Bobby McGee. Da na 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 na, da na na na, da na 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 na, yeah yeah, da na 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 na, da na 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 na. I love Bobby McGee, yeah yeah. And somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let her slip away, looking for the home I hope she'll find. And I'd trade all my tomorrows for one single yesterday, Hold Bobby's body close to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing left was all she left for me. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang those blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. Thank you very much. Okay. This is the controversial part of the program. I'm sorry. We're going to do sex education. Well, it's a doctor. I mean, I can do that. Janice, are we allowed to do it? Yeah, Janice says, well, it's up to you. You know? Everything I learned about sex, I learned from my mother. And everything I learned from my mother was a song she had me listen to by a guy named Harry Belafonte. Anybody ever? Am I too old? You all heard of Harry, right? Let's try this with a little harmony to it. I've kept it off the whole time, Paul. Okay. When I was a lad, just 3'3", certain questions occurred to me, so I asked my father quite seriously to tell me this story about the bird and the bee. He stammered and he stuttered pathetically, and this is what he said to me. Oh, the man piaba, the woman piaba, the tongue call like a lemongrass, and the lily root, gully root, belly root, and the famous grandy scratch. It was clear as mud, but it covered the ground. Confusion made my head spin round. I went to see a good friend of mine, known to the world as Albert Einstein. He said, from the beginning of time and creativity, there existed a force of relativity, where pi r squared and a -10 is a root used only when the solar system in 1 light year can make a hidden planetarium disappear. So if Mount Everest doesn't move, I am positive that it will prove that the man piaba, the woman piaba, and the tonton call like a lemongrass, and the lily root, gully root, belly root, and the famous grandy scratch. But it was clear as mud, but it covered the ground. Confusion made my head spin round. I got on a boat and went abroad to find myself a man named Sigmund Freud. He said, from your sad face, remove the grouch, put the body up on the couch. I can see from your frustration an erotic sublimation. Hey, love and hate are psychosomatic. Your Rorschach shows that you're a parapathetic. It all started in a broken sibling, in the words of the famous Rudyard Kipling. Oh, the man piaba and the woman piaba and the tonton call like a lemongrass, and the lily root, gully root, belly root, and the famous grandy scratch. Well, it's clear as mud, but it covered the ground. Confusion made my head turn round. All the great men upon this earth have confused me since my birth. I've traveled far and I've traveled wide. I don't even have myself a bride. I don't know how this works. It confuses me since my birth. I've been over land and over sea, trying to find the answer about the bird and bee. But now that I am 73, I don't give a damn, you see. If the man piaba, the woman piaba, the tonton call like a lemongrass, and the lily root, the gully root, the belly root, and the famous grandy scratch. Now that makes it all clear, doesn't it? Well, I sort of learned how to play the guitar in the era of a songwriter by the name of Gordon Lightfoot. So I would be remiss if I didn't. Can I call my in tune? Hang on. That's better. In the early morning rain, with a dollar in my hand, with an aching in my heart, and my pockets full of sand. I'm a long way from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, there's no place to go. Out on the runway number 9, big 707 set to go. But I'm stuck here on the ground, where the cold wind blows, where the liquor tasted good, and the women all were fast. There she goes again, my friend. She'll be rolling out at last. Hear the mighty engine roar, see the silver bird on high. She's away westward bound, far above the clouds she'll fly, where the morning rain don't fall, and the sun always shines. She'll be flying on my home in about 3 hours time. This old airport's got me down. It ain't no earthly good to me, 'cause I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I might be. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so best be on my own way in the early morning rain. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so best be on my own way. Whoa, 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 in the early morning rain. Thank you. I appreciate that. Lightfoot wrote a song, the only song that I know that he wrote that reminds me of the Northwest, because he's from Toronto, Canada. Anybody here from Toronto, Canada? Do I see any? Toronto. Oh, one guy raised his hand over there. Oh, you're from Toronto, sir. That's my best friend, David. I just had to put him there. It's called 16 Miles, and just the words of this song just remind me of a place called Winthrop, Washington, where it could actually be your show, and I think you'll see why. Early in the morning, when the dew is on each and every rosebud, you will find me gone. So knock me down and pick me up and knock me down again, break my heart and steal my gold, and slander my good name. 16 miles to 7 lakes, way out in the pines, in some hidden valley where the twirling river twines, where the fish swim up and down in the sparkling waterfalls, where the thunder rolls and the lone laguna calls. 7 lonely hours on a morning train, taking me from a place where I won't come again. 7 lonely Pullmans speeding down the line, taking me away from an old love of mine. Somewhere on the mountain I'll take another name, rid my mind of memories and start my life again. Somewhere in the wilderness I'll build a cabin small, and I'll forget so I won't remember you at all. Early in the morning when the dew is on each and every rosebud, you will find me gone. So knock me down and pick me up and knock me down again. Take my gold, slander my good name. Miles to 7 lakes way out in the pines. I think that's kind of nice. I went down to old Joe's barroom on the corner by the square. They were serving those drinks as usual, and the usual folks was there. On my left was old Joe McGinley. His eyes were a bloodshot red. He turned around to the people, and these were the words he said. I went down to the St. James Infirmary. Notice it's not Mason General. And I saw my sweet baby there. She was laid out on a cold white table. So young, so sweet, so fair. Let her go, God bless her. Wherever she may be, she may search this wide world over, but she'll never find a man like me. Get 16 cold black horses hitched up to a rubber-tired hack. There was 7 women going to the graveyard, and only 6 are coming back. Now when I die, please bury me in my high-top Stetson hat. Put a $20 gold piece on my watch chain, so the boys will know I died standing pat. Let her go, God bless her. Wherever she may be, she may search this wide world over, but she'll never find a man like me. Now get 6 crap shooters to beat my pallbearers, 3 pretty women to sing me a song, put a jazz band on my hearse wagon, and raise hell as you carry me along. Now you've heard my story, let's have another shot of booze. And if anyone should ask about me, I got the St. Pete's Infirmary blues. the St. James Infirmary Blues. Sorry about the St. James Infirmary Blues. That's a Louis Armstrong song, obviously, from down in New Orleans, okay? Well, I've never written a song before. Never found a talent much for songwriting, but what happened was a lady I met in Atlanta many years ago, talking to folks about business ideas, handed me a poem. And that poem really hit me. It was by a Greek author. His name was Anonymous, and it must be Greek.
Greek to me.
Anonymous, that's right. His name was Anonymous. I wonder if he's related to Mickey. Anyway, but no one's ever come forward to claim this poem. So I figured, hey, it's there for anybody to use for anything, right? I mean, I don't need to pay anybody royalties, right? I mean, who's ever heard of Anonymous? And then in the last couple of weeks, thanks to Janice Bird putting me in this very interesting situation of doing something I've never done before, I wrote a chorus. It just came to me. Amazing how that might happen under duress and stress, okay? So, in a way, I have to thank you for allowing me to write this song, Janice, okay? And I just have to make sure I remember the words. Well, I used to have a comfort zone where I knew I could not fail. Same four walls of busy work were really more like jail. I longed so much to do the things I'd never done before, but I stayed inside my comfort zone and paced the same old floor. I said it did not matter that I wasn't doing much. Said I didn't care for things like Harleys and yachts and such. I claimed to be so busy with the things inside my zone, but deep inside I long for something special of my own. So follow your dream, it may well come true. If you follow your fear, it has nothing good for you. Your dream may cost you a few pounds of sweat. Do nothing just leaves you a ton of regret. Well, I could not let my life go by just watching others win. I took a step outside to let the change begin. I took a step, and with new strength I'd never felt before, I stepped outside my comfort zone and closed and locked the door. Now if you are in a comfort zone, afraid to venture out, remember that all winners were at one time filled with doubt. A step or two and words of praise can make your dreams come true. Greet your future with a smile, success is there for you. So follow your dream, it's bound to come true. If you follow your fear, it does nothing for you. Your dream may cost you a few pounds of sweat. Do nothing just leaves you a ton of regret. So follow your dream, sing along, it may well come true. If you follow your fear, it does nothing for you. Your dream may cost you a few pounds of sweat. Do nothing just leaves you a ton of regret. God, for somebody, anybody here who's ever stepped out of their comfort zone and tried doing something a little bit crazy, like sing in front of a group of people that you've never, most of which you've never met before. Wow, what a beautiful evening this has turned into, huh? It's just the right temperature. I don't know about you, but it's been hot up here, and it's just now cooling off. Isn't this great? So, I want to sing a song that my wife always enjoys, and it's been a long time since I sang it, but it's another horse song. An old cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way, when all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw coming up a dusty sky and down a cloudy draw. Yippee-i-oh, those riders in the sky. Their eyes were gaunt, their faces burned, their shirts were full of sweat. They're riding hard to catch this herd, but they ain't caught 'em yet. Now hear them ride across the sky as all they will shall do. And they're gonna catch this devil herd if it's the last thing they ever do. Yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-yay. Those riders in the sky. As the cowboys rode on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save yourself from hell, ride across these plains. And cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you shall ride. Try to catch this devil herd across the endless sky. Yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-yay. Those riders in the sky. Those riders in the sky. Now, their brands were still on fire, and their hooves were made of steel, and their eyes were black as diamonds, and their hot breath he could feel. But do you think I could remember that while I was singing it? It's been quite a day, folks. Okay. So I'd like to sing a song for my daughter, and she'll understand the significance of this, and so will my wife, and the rest of you can just simply guess. We used to live on a sailboat. We sailed to Hawaii in 1975. That was how many years ago? 37 years ago. I gotta make sure I get this in the right key. There's a ship lies rigged and ready in the harbor. Tomorrow for old England she sails, far away from your land of endless sunshine, to my land full of rainy skies and gales. And I shall be aboard that ship tomorrow, though how bitter will be this last farewell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. I heard that there's a wicked war a-raging, and the taste of war I know so very well. Even now I see the foreign flags are raising their guns on fire as we sail into hell. I have no fear of death, it brings no sorrow, but how bitter will be this last farewell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. Though death and darkness gather all about me, and my ship be torn apart upon the sea, I shall smell again the fragrance of these islands in the teeming waves that brought me once to thee. And should I return safe home again to Shelton, I shall watch the northwest mist roll through the dell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. For you are beautiful, and I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. That's Roger Whittaker, right? Well, one of the last songs I'm going to sing tonight is actually was popularized by the Kingston Trio, but I don't think they wrote it. And back in my college days, it seemed a reasonable song. But when you're on call for the emergency room, this is not something you necessarily want to be doing very much of. Okay? So, I mean, most of the songs I know, I can't even sing tonight, okay? They just wouldn't be legal. Okay. Scotch and soda, mud in your eye. Baby, do I feel high? Oh me, oh my. Do I feel high? Dry martini, jigger of gin. Oh, what a spell you've got me in, oh my. Do I feel high? Now people, they don't believe me. They think that I'm just bragging, but I could feel the way I do, and still be on the wagon, 'cause all I really need is one of your smiles, sunshine from your ever-loving eyes, oh my. Do I feel higher than a kite can fly? Oh well now baby, 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 give me loving. Oh, I feel high. Well, that's a kind of last Kingston Trio song I'm going to do tonight, but it's sure been fun being with you. And I'm gonna do my last song is a Chris Christopherson song, And it's a little bit of a sad song, but I kind of like the way he writes songs. And I need to take a drink of electrolyte because my hand is starting to go into a spasm. Yeah, perfect water has some good lemon lime in it. Right, Tom? I came down here the other night, see, and there was this band called Half Hitched. That's Bob Lee's band right over there. See, they sat here for 2 hours and never took a break. He kind of laid the gauntlet down here. So, all right. So, oh, don't look so sad. I know it's over. Well, life goes on, and this old world just keeps on a-turning. Let's just be glad we had some time to spend together. There's no need to watch the bridges that were burning. Lay your head upon my pillow, put your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against my windows, and make believe you love me one more time for the good time. Now I'll get along, you'll find another, and I'll be here if you should find that you ever need me. Don't say a word about tomorrow or forever. There'll be time enough for sadness when you leave me. Lay your head upon my pillow, put your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against my window, and make believe you love me one more time. Oh, for the good time. You got time for one more? Maybe I will do one more Harry Belafonte song. This is just such a pretty song, and kind of reminds me of your sister, Raquel, Adrian. I don't know why, but it does. I got to put a plug in for her too, okay? I peeked in to say good night when I heard my child in prayer, and for me some scarlet ribbon for my hair. All the town was closed and shuttered. All the streets were dark and bare. In our town, no scarlet ribbon, not one ribbon for her hair. Through the night, my heart was aching. Just before the dawn was breaking, I peeked in, and on her bed, in gay profusion, lying there, I saw ribbon, scarlet ribbon, lovely ribbon for her hair. If I live to be 100, I will never know from where came those lovely scarlet ribbons, lovely ribbon for her hair. You've been so attentive and such a great audience, Dottie and I and everybody, and Dennis and everybody, and Paul. I want to thank you so much. And while it's still halfway light, we can all find our way home. So while I still have a voice, God bless you. And it's been an awesome summer, and it's going to keep being an awesome summer until late in October, right, Janice? All right. Thank you so much.